Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's a nice, warm day out there. It's feeling like late spring, early summer, as it should be, as it is. And as usual, we have another great guest in here tonight, and we're going to get to him in a minute. Got to read the underwriters, don't have too many, and then we will proceed with the show. We got good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson on Route 58. We got Wicked Healthy Natural Foods and Supplements in Kingston. And we got Abington News and the Smoking Ashes Tobacco Company, one and the same, in Abington. And they have stores in Abington, Weymouth, Hanson, Whitman, Pembroke, and Hanover. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now we will introduce the guest. Now take a look at this mug right here. This looks just, tell me all you sports fans don't recognize Mr. Jose Canseco. No, it's not Jose Canseco, but he looks just like him. And this gentleman here, his name is Jeremy Rosengrant. He's an actor. He came all the way up from Connecticut, the state that's been represented like nobody's business on my show lately, and I'm loving it because it's a great state. And we're going to talk to him tonight, and he's informed me that he's been in a bunch of Hallmark films. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about his plans for the future and whatnot. And, of course, like I do with every guest, we're going to backtrack to what his childhood was like and how it got him where he is now. So, Jeremy, thanks for coming up and being on my show tonight.
Well, thank you.
You definitely look like somebody that's, in entertainment in some way, and either in a sports capacity or in an acting capacity, or both.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You have that look. So, well, tell me about. All right, where did you grow up? How did it end up leading to your acting? And what have you? And talk about the projects, how you got them, and try to do them in chronological order. And then when I have any questions, I'll throw them at you. Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I grew up in Meriden, lived there all my life.
Meriden, Connecticut.
Yes.
You okay.
Yep. I was a small town boy with a big time dream.
Okay. Which was what? To be an actor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. My first film that I ever saw was Star Wars, I believe, at the theater.
Your first film that you ever saw?
Yes.
1977.
Yes.
Okay. I take it this is around the time you were a little kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's when I graduated high school, so I figured you're a lot younger than me. That's pretty awesome. Okay, go ahead.
And after seeing Star Wars, I was so hooked on acting. I wanted to be a storyteller on the big screen.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Now I got a question. Why Star Wars? Was it something about the special effects? Was it just a concept of being able to really create unbelievable personas just by talking and acting out that you've never seen before? I mean, it was just the fascination of the experience of seeing a film, which of course, has probably considered one of the best highly rated science fiction films in history, or was it all the above, or what?
A little bit of all the above.
And anyone specifically in the film inspire you particularly?
The Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
I was a big fan of the hero's journey in that movie.
Okay.
So that's basically what got me hooked in acting. I basically look at acting as, if you're an actor,
yeah.
My thing is you want to get, like, people who go see your movie, you want to get them to want to be that character rather than be an actor. And
right.
That's how I felt when I was a kid.
So you basically felt that, they were reaching out to you and making you feel like you were part of the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. I know. I was a Lost in Space fan from the previous decade. I can relate. I always fantasized about being, having a role in Lost in Space and being part of the characters. If character interaction on a film is done well, then that reels people in like yourself who want to make a career choice as well, and that's obviously what happened with you. All right, so let's talk about what happened after that. You took some initiative, I take it, eventually when it came to trying to get into acting. What was that, and where was it?
Well, right after high school,
yep.
I started traveling to, like, New Jersey, New York, and Philadelphia.
Okay.
Going on auditions, and as you know, acting can be a very tough business to get into.
I've done some acting too, so I know.
You have to have a very thick skin.
Thick skin is right.
And me being as young as I was at that time, I kind of gave up too soon because I wasn't getting anything right away.
Okay.
So years later, I'm talking like from 1991, 92-ish.
Yeah.
All the way up till 2008, I got my first big break.
Wow.
From a friend, actually.
Well, wait a minute. That's a 17-year span. At what point during those years did you get your first big break? Or did it actually take you 17 years?
It took me 17 years.
Okay.
So I'm no.
Well, I won't.
spring
All right,
chicken.
all right, let me break this down a little further. What happened in what? Apparently, something happened in 1991, which made you feel that something good would eventually happen, but you had to stay with it for 17 more years. So, what happened in '91, and what happened in 2008, and what happened in between?
Well, like I said, basically 91, 92-ish, I started, traveling for auditions, and
Okay.
I didn't get any, and so I kind of gave up on myself.
Okay.
And in that 17-year span, I just kind of like lingered in life. I was in limbo,
Okay.
basically, you can say. And I met a friend about 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
And he knew a friend who actually worked for Disney.
Okay.
He was an artist.
Okay. Now this was after you made those trips to New Jersey and
Yes.
Philadelphia and New York.
Yes.
Okay. You sort of gave up once, and you came back and gave up again. But some point something you met someone in 2006
Yes.
that had some big connections, and you took advantage of that. So what happened with that?
Basically, there was a man who I met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
His name is Sean Gallimore.
Okay.
And he does, like I said, he used to do Disney art for films.
Disney art. Okay.
And he was producing and acting and starring in his own movie, and he asked me to be an extra background worker in it.
Okay, that's great. You can talk about the movie, what it was.
Oh, sure.
All right, go ahead.
It's basically a sci-fi martial arts thriller type film.
Okay.
It was called Fight Ring.
Okay.
It was.
Where did they shoot it?
We shot them around Connecticut.
Okay.
In
All right.
and out of the area. Basically, it was like an alien type film where like these martial artists gather to fight for these rings, and
Right.
the concept, I guess, is whoever had the most rings was the champion of the universe or whatever.
Cool. So in a way, it emulated Star Wars to the extent that it could have taken place in a universe long ago and far away.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. I get that
Yeah.
much.
A lot of martial arts takes place in this film as well.
And what about you? Are you into martial arts?
I was actually. I got my black belt in Taekwondo.
Okay, that's definitely in being in martial arts, I'd say. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it. And once I got to my black belt, I felt like I accomplished all that I wanted in
Wow.
martial arts. So.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted to use that a little bit in film and acting as well. So.
Okay, so I take it there was a lot of action in this film, which
Yes.
included you.
Yes, I did a lot of stunts.
Okay.
And I played 3 characters basically. Myself, just normally.
Yep.
A ninja in the movie.
Okay.
And at the end, I was the main alien boss at the end.
So now was this an indie film?
Yes.
Okay, did it make any festivals? Did it go on TV anywhere or anywhere in the U.S. or the world
It
that
was
you're aware of?
It was available on DVD
Okay.
on Amazon.
Yep.
There might still be copies for sale on Amazon.
Okay. You know how well it did? I mean, I assume that it sounds like it did amazing. How long was it? A full-length feature?
Yeah.
A couple hours, or maybe over an hour?
A little bit over an hour.
Okay, that's a full-length feature, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was your first big break. So what happened after that, though? What did you do? I take it you had more breaks after that, right? Did this lead to more stuff?
Yeah, it took a little bit time in between that and my next big break. I believe the man who shot and starred in that film
Yeah.
got me into a film that was produced and made by Synthetic Sci-Fi Cinema,
Okay.
which is out of Rocky Hill, Connecticut.
Okay.
They do a lot of Hallmark movies, as I.
Now, when you say Hallmark, are we talking? Hallmark is a channel.
Yes.
Okay, and it's a major cable channel.
Yes, exactly.
And a lot of the films that I've seen on it are basically like romances, comedies, and dramas too.
Exactly.
So you've been in a few of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now those aren't indie films. Those are big films that are on national television.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of roles did you have in those films? Talk about each one if you can, as much as you can remember.
Unfortunately,
If you can.
And fortunately, it was background extra work.
Okay.
That's basically my acting resume right now.
Okay.
I'm looking to get principal roles in films as well, but I had a lot of fun doing them.
Yeah.
The best one we shot, or in my opinion, the best one we shot was a movie called Dark Hall,
Okay.
which that was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
It was.
Yes.
Okay. And you were a background in? Okay. No speaking roles for you.
I had a little bit of speaking role
Okay.
in that film, but it was mostly stunt work, martial arts stunt work,
Okay.
along with my friend Sean Gallimore.
Is he also a stunt guy too, a martial artist?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's very. In fact, he teaches JKD,
Okay. JK, what's that?
Jeet Kune Do.
Oh, that's another martial art.
Yeah, it's it was originated like from Bruce Lee.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, I believe. Just so you know, I've had a few martial arts experts on. You're like the third or fourth one I've had on this year.
Oh, interesting.
But most of the ones I've had on have been in my other location in Easton.
Oh, wow.
So, but you're the first one here. Well, that's wonderful, as far as I know, as I can recall. So, all right, now let's talk about your history as like in martial arts, and also, you look very athletic. You're obviously, you look like you're in great shape. Did you do any play any sports as a young guy? And you know, I'm sure you're still young, but I mean, like during your school years.
No, actually, believe it or not, I played no sports back in high school.
Interesting.
But I did stay active. I do a lot of swimming. I do
Okay.
a lot of hiking and running.
Okay. Work out at a gym at all?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
That's fine. I'm just, I mean, did anyone suggest you do anything athletic-wise? I mean, you look like you would have been a great jock in high school or a college student. Speaking of college, did you go to college?
No, I
So
unfortunately
you
haven't.
just got your paper, your high school paper, and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's fine. I mean, it just goes to show you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on the tuition to make something for yourself.
Exactly.
You just gotta, find it and channel a focus somewhere, and you obviously have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and obviously to me, martial arts is as much of a sport as any of those other things.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, but now, I mean, to say that you actually, what's funny is I took a judo class in 1971 when I was in 6th grade because I was getting picked on a lot. I don't know if you got picked on in school. My guess is looking at you, you probably didn't get picked on too much. You're a big guy, maybe you would, I don't know what that things have been different for you than they were for me. All I know is that I broke my collarbone and I never went back. But usually people that I know in martial arts will say that there's no limit to how far they can go. But you're someone who said, well, I got my black belt in Taekwondo and I was satisfied, which is pretty impressive because most people say there's never too much learning you can do in martial arts.
Nah,
But I guess in your case, you did enough. Did you ever teach martial arts?
No, I find that I lack the
The ability you do it better as a performer than you do as a
Yes.
demonstrator.
exactly.
I get you. Okay, that's fine. Now, what about anything else in entertainment? Did you do music at all? Did you ever write anything?
I wrote a couple short stories when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah,
What did you do with them? Did you just put them in the closet and forget
Yeah.
about them?
pretty much.
Okay. Well, all right. No, the reason I ask is, I mean, writing is very important. Now, what I'm wondering is, here you are, an adult and you likes acting. What at this point are you doing specifically for acting right now? Are you involved in any projects in Connecticut that are currently going on?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, you want to talk about? Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm currently taking lessons at an acting school in Hamden, Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, that's with Reno.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
the actors course.
exactly.
Okay. Now with him, are you doing anything? Are you involved in any particular films that are being shot at this time?
There is a film coming up that's going to be shooting this summer.
Okay.
And we do have a table read this coming Saturday.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, meaning a table read, you mean so you haven't really gotten the part yet? You just have to read for it.
Yes.
Okay. Are you reading for a bunch of parts, or do you have one in particular that you're reading for?
One in particular, yeah.
You want to mention it?
Sure.
Okay.
Gas station attendant.
Okay. Well, all right. I mean, someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and it's a speaking role, right?
Yes. yeah.
Okay. That's good. Now, now talk about the Hallmark stuff again. Have they called you for any more things to do? I mean, you've obviously done a lot of stuff. I'll be honest with you. Now, I don't know. I'm no expert on who picks what and who picks who for what. But looking at you, I'm amazed that you weren't picked for a bigger role. I mean, I could see you being like kind of like a tough guy with a good heart that that all the ladies gravitate to in a film, or that has a special woman, or a soap opera star, something like that.
Oh, thank you. I
No,
appreciate that.
I mean, you just have that look to you. I'm just surprised that hasn't come up yet. And I have a feeling if you persevere enough and you meet the right people, it may eventually.
Definitely, yes.
But you've never done anything like have you ever been in a web series?
No, unfortunately, but I would definitely take that opportunity if it ever, was given to
All right,
me.
on Facebook, what are you members of any of the of any of the acting groups like Hollywood East, Boston Casting?
Yes.
Okay. So I know the girl that founded Hollywood East, Erica Derrickson. She's a friend of mine, and I interviewed her on the show.
Oh, wow.
And many years ago. I did an in-home interview with her when I used to do those. So speaking as someone who's familiar with those acting groups, I got to ask: have they gotten you anything, any work so far that you can talk about?
Yeah, there was actually one. I believe it was the Actors Gym page on Facebook.
Okay.
I did get theater work in Mystic, Connecticut. I did the Lantern Lights tour 2018. I played a character named Isaac in that.
Now it's theater. That wasn't film, right?
No,
Oh.
it was theater.
It was theater.
Yes.
So speaking of theater, have you done any other theater, like in going back to your high school years before that or anything?
I did take a drama class, but
Okay.
I was so young, and you know how we are when we're young.
Well, it depends. I mean, as a kid myself, I had a bunch of dreams and stuff,
Yeah.
and I also figured, well, most of them aren't going to come true. But but you see child actors all the time that that turn out that can either continue on that path or just do something stupid or just stay or someday they're always remembered as this was Peter Brady and the Brady Bunch years ago. Now he's a CPA. Or something like that. So every kid is different, and every timeline is different for success. And sometimes, it took me years. It took me till my 50s to get the show going.
Wow.
So I had no idea. Believe me, 10 years prior to that, I had no idea I'd ever be doing something like this. and then looking at you, and it looks to me like you're somebody who's got a lot of things that are going to happen for you. So now you mentioned a few minutes ago that you wanted to move to the Atlanta area.
Yes. At
some point. Why is that? What do you got? Do you have anything specific going on down there?
Not in particular.
Okay.
I have a friend who lives out there with his family.
Okay.
He's also an actor.
Okay.
And he gets a lot of work out there, and he tells me about it, and he's kind of psyched me up for it. So I'm waiting for that opportunity to present itself, and as soon as it does, I'm going to take it.
Okay, so you haven't got any specific dates or times down that you're going to meet them down there at some point?
No, no. First, I'd like to build up a little bit more of a acting resume here in Connecticut.
Okay, and that's going to be with Reno and the acting coach. Okay, how long have you been doing Reno's course for?
Let's see. I think about a year now.
Okay.
I took like 2, maybe 3 classes with him.
Okay.
An improv class,
Yep.
the foundation of acting class, and I can't remember what the third. I think it was 2.
Oh,
two
just
classes.
2. Do you have like a visual resume? In other words, like you can do what you can do is you can like do a pretend role and put it on videotape and then put it up on YouTube, and then a lot of people will see it. Have you ever done something like that?
I've actually never done that, but I've actually been thinking about it.
You should definitely do that.
Yeah, I have a monologue I have memorized.
That's what I mean, a monologue. You you either have a monologue, write one yourself, or find one, and do it, as and send it off to a ton of people.
Definitely.
And see what you can do that, and my hunch is that sooner or later somebody will say, this guy, let's look at this, let's talk to this guy, let's see what he's got. Make sure your contact info is on there, and be prepared to get a call. But don't quit if you don't get something right away.
No.
It takes time. You know that. You've been look how long it took you to get the roles you've gotten.
Oh yeah.
So when you were in these Hallmark films, were they all produced by the same people?
Yes, Synthetic Sci-Fi Cinema.
Okay. So what I'm getting at is, are you tight with anybody? Did you make any contacts with these people that you could, so that you're close enough so that they know you enough so that you could call them back and say, hey, what's your next project? Can you include me? Anything for me on there?
Actually, yeah, I've become friends with a couple of guys on set, and they do have a site where I'm signed up for. So if any movie opportunities come up,
all right, you're on their contact list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to admit, it sounds like you're pretty patient about it.
Definitely.
Okay. So how are things going for you in general in Connecticut now? I mean, are you happy with what you're doing at the moment? Do you feel it's helping you get where you're moving on to something bigger or not?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I work a little bit of a full-time job right now.
Okay.
And I'm trying to balance that and the acting thing. So
I understand. Do you have a family at all? I mean, your parents. I mean,
Yes.
you have children or any of?
no children.
No children. Okay. Well, that's good in a way because it frees you up for stuff.
Yes.
You married?
No.
You're not married either. So you're you're a free spirit,
Oh yeah.
as it should be. Okay.
Just the way I like
Now,
it.
now there are other options too that you could consider for doing film. Now, like I said, you look very fit. Would you ever consider doing like a fitness video?
Oh yeah. If the opportunity presented itself, I
Well, no,
definitely.
forget the opportunity presenting itself. You make the opportunity.
That's true. Actually,
You make
yeah.
it happen.
Yeah.
You say to yourself, you get up one morning and say, stand in the mirror, flex your muscles, do it, and then you get in front of a camera and say, look, I can do this. I can lift weights. I do martial arts. And do a demo reel, and then put it online and see what happens.
I could do that.
Throw some bait into the water and see if some fish bites it. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. But if you don't do it, don't say I'm waiting for the opportunity. You got to make the opportunity.
You're actually right.
Yeah,
yes.
you got to. I mean, as I'm talking to you right now, I get that you got all the tools. What you got to do, but you got to be a little more assertive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. I think you could be. I think if you were more assertive, and I mean in a good way, doing more stuff, experimenting, test the waters. Basically, I think you'd get results like you wouldn't believe. And I'm telling you this as someone who feels that if I try doing any of that stuff, I just get laughed at. But I feel that I don't know if I'd get laughed at, but I mean, you can't be afraid to put yourself out into the cutting edge of enjoyment in order to get somewhere. Because the comfort zone, as they say, you got to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, they say nothing ever grows in your comfort zone.
That's right, exactly. And it doesn't mean you're going to be miserable. It just means I think you would find if you tried this stuff, you'd be amazing. You ever ride a motorcycle? You look like you could ride a motor. You'd be look cool on a motorcycle.
No, actually, I'm definitely afraid of motorcycles.
Well, it's probably just as well. I'm not saying. Listen, they've had this share of casualties. Maybe you're better off not riding one, and that sort of thing. But the kind of you look like you could offer the entertainment world a lot of stuff. Now, you've ever done anything in music? I asked you that before, but we didn't cover that.
Other than singing in the shower, no.
Really? Okay. Never played in a band, obviously. Never learned to sing or anything, or play music with a guitar, or.
I did take a little bit of lessons with the guitar.
Okay. When you were a kid, you mean?
No, actually, it was like a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you obviously had an idea of trying something new.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Definitely.
But it sounds like you gave up. You might have,
Not so much gave up. I just I wanted to focus more of my time on acting.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what you want to do. So here we are in the middle of 2019. Mm-hmm. After Reno's acting course, what lies ahead for you? That just let's break it down a little bit. Let's look ahead a few months and see what you think, what you have in mind for your
I'm the
acting.
type of person that I like to think big.
Okay.
It's just I'm working with Reno right now. He's kind of chipping away at the the little pieces here.
Shy.
And there.
I get that you're kind of shy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I get that. And it's funny because from your Facebook posts, I wouldn't have gotten that. But talking to you here, right? That's what I think you need to work on.
Yes,
the shy
definitely.
stuff.
Definitely.
Okay. Because I understand it. Because I'm just the opposite. I'm totally extroverted only because I could never be shy. I'm too hyper to be shy. Well, listen, Jeremy. We're under 5 minutes now. We made the half hour go by.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Oh, it always is, yeah, because we always have a blast on topic time. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is look at the camera and give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. Just condense them, including Reno. He's going to see it. Any of your friends at Hallmark or anybody that that you might want to hook up, the guy in Atlanta, whoever. Just because they're going to see the show eventually.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
Go ahead.
that.
Yeah, me too.
I would just like to say hi to Alex, William, Jimmy, also Reno. I thank you so much, Reno, for all you've done for me. And I'd like to thank all my friends on Facebook who've always been there for me, who've lifted my head out of the water when I was drowning in my own depression. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this and who can gather their own strength to follow their own dreams. So.
Okay, well, I hope you had a good time with me tonight.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Now, here's what I always ask my guests. I get a lot of my guests through word of mouth. So what I'm going to ask you to do is if there are people who have not been, that you work with in acting that have not been on my show that are within a couple of 100 miles of here, I'd love to get them on as guests.
Definitely.
If you could pass them my information.
I'll spread the word.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I think that if you do, my hunch is that at some point it'll come back to benefit you in the long run too.
Definitely.
Karma works both ways.
Oh yeah.
Negative
I
and
believe that.
positive.
I believe that.
Right. Okay. Have you done any travel? I mean, besides New Jersey, Pennsylvania, have you ever been? Are you planning? You're never going to go to LA at all? You think, or do some acting out there?
I definitely will.
Okay.
I definitely have plans for it in the future.
How about abroad, like different countries, Europe, Asia?
Oh, I would love to do a film in like Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? Okay.
Yeah.
There's some kind of an uprising going on over there right now. You might want to wait till it's over.
Definitely.
I just
Definitely.
saw it on the news today.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Have you ever done any traveling anywhere abroad? Just curious.
Nope, just here in the United States.
Just in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would love to go abroad though.
Okay. Yeah. No, I understand. That would be awesome. I'm sure you probably will. Your adventurous stuff. Have you ever gone back to any reunions at your school in Meriden?
No, sadly I haven't. I would like to though, but I'm
Okay.
waiting for that when I get that big opportunity, and then I can come back and say to all my friends.
Okay.
I
Well,
did it. I
hopefully
did
this will do it for you. All right. Well, guess what? We're going to wrap the show up.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeremy, for being my guest. You were an awesome guest.
Thank you
And
very
I hope
much.
and I hope that we helped your cause and your acting world. And that's it. So, we ready to jig you with it here?
Sure.
Okay, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes on the horizon. See you next time. Here we go. And there we are. So how was it?